Well, the festive season is well and truly upon us, and if you're not going out to party, you're probably welcoming guests with a mince pie and some sherry. So why does our skin always suffer this time of year, and how do you make sure you get the right kind of Christmas glow, especially if you've had quite a bit of life experience? Well, who better to ask than GP Tricia McNair, who knows all about ageing and skincare.
As we get older, the skin changes quite a lot. Now, we often take the skin for granted, but it's the body's largest organ. It covers more than 2 square metres, and it does some very important jobs protecting us from the environment and from infections, and improving our sense of touch and regulating the body's temperature. As we get older, the skin becomes thinner, it becomes less efficient at doing some of those jobs. And so it's very critical that as we get older, we give it some attention and look after it properly, keeping it well moisturised, keeping it soft and supple. Christmas presents a lot of challenges to our skin for a variety of different reasons. First of all, there's the weather. It's colder, it's windier when we're outside. That can cause problems for the skin. Then we dive into centrally heated environments, and that's very dehydrating, so that can leave the skin much drier and not working as well as it should. Then there's all the rich foods, and we all know from experience how that can upset the skin. And alcohol, all those Christmas tipples at parties and whatnot, that can really dehydrate the skin and take away the moisture and leave it vulnerable to cracking and thinner and not working so well. And lastly, during the Christmas period, we tend to rather burn the candle at both ends. We don't get so much rest, and the skin, like any other organ in the body, needs that rest to repair itself, to be working as well as it could be. So we do find that at Christmas often our skin isn't on tip-top condition.
So that's a word from the expert, but what about those who actually suffer at this time of year?
Christmas has a huge effect on my skin. It's the shopping, and they're getting hot and they're getting cold, and it's going outside and staying up too late, going to parties, and it's a time of year when you want to look your best. It's important to try, and you want to look Christmassy and look your best, but this time of year is really, really difficult, especially queuing up in shops, and especially parties, really. So I think it's really important to look after your skin, and I don't think you can start too soon. I'd like my daughter to start, now, really, as soon as possible. Be brilliant, be a really nice Christmas present, really.
I have to be quite honest, this time of year my mum's skin does get quite dry. She gets dry patches around the cheeks, around the, sort of like the corner of the nose. It tends to dry out, especially when she's been outside and come in. I notice a difference. Currently, I don't really use anything. I think my skin's okay, and I don't really do anything to look after it at the moment.
Well, there's a young woman who could be storing up problems for herself, because no matter how old we are, we need to look after our skin. Young and old need to protect this vital organ, and you need to keep it soft and supple by keeping it well hydrated. The way to do that is to use a cream that locks in the moisture and yet allows it to breathe. A good cream to use to do that is Astral, because it really can help to moisturise the skin effectively and keep it working as it should.
So there you have it, no more excuses. And if you want to look radiant for all the right reasons, or simply stun your family into giving you lots of gushing compliments, you now know what to do.